Financially, it's harder than ever to make a movie. Aspiring filmmakers face trials like trying to get connections through going to expensive film schools, having to budget higher costs of film technology, and a more competitive market than ever. Enter Ethan Hickey. Welcome back to Last Resort Network's Random Movie Reviews. This is Ben. Each episode, I am subjected to a random movie by Real Good's random movie generator. This week, Real Good gave me a movie that has been watched by a grand total of 12 people on Letterboxd. Older Every Day. And at least one of these viewers appears to have been a crew member based on the reviews. So on this video, we are truly breaking new ground. Understanding the history of this film provides the proper context for which you should understand the film. This movie was made while Ethan Hickey was still in film school at Western University in London, Canada. Hickey is a close disciple of Damien Chazelle, and you can see the influence if you pay close enough attention. So far, Hickey's films focus on people living in standard middle-class contexts and the struggles that they face. Supposing this is the background Hickey is from, you can respect the genuineness in wanting to observe the lives of his neighbors and even his family in the lens of film. Older Every Day is centered on the life of Val, a delinquent college student who is kicked out of college for drinking underage with no less than the dean of his university's daughter. His father, Joel, a middle school English teacher, appears to be at his wit's end with Val. Val vows to make his father proud by writing an incredible novel. Val also runs into his ex-girlfriend, Natalie, from high school, and a new aim develops within him to win her back over. Everything changes in this new chapter when Charlie, one of Joel's students, is left without a family after they are killed in a tragic accident. It is requested by Charlie that Joel take him in. Val initially is very resistant to this idea, but as he gets to know Charlie, they begin a brotherly relationship. When Charlie's questionable Uncle Carl enters the picture, wanting Charlie to live with him over an hour away, Val realizes he needs to step up for Charlie's sake. The thing I really appreciate about this movie is its genuineness. In an age where media has become very cynical, and popular TV shows and movies actively work to undercut any move towards characters learning or growing in their stories, it is a breath of fresh air to see a young filmmaker and a young screenwriter make a story that is so heartfelt. The lesson that is learned is that your life starts to mean more as you sacrifice your own desires to help other people. The story does not stray away from real things that people struggle with in any economic circumstance. People deal with alcoholism, and it is not always apparent even to them that they struggle with it. People's families experience tragedies. People have a hard time grappling with these tragedies. Their coping mechanisms can even include closing off an entire bedroom of their house full of a loved one's stuff. Of course, I can't go the entire review without mentioning Eric Fleising. Eric is the star of the movie who plays Val, and he also just so happens to have written the movie. When I realized this, I was even more impressed with Fleising's performance, as you can imagine him writing the character for himself. The movie is not perfect, sometimes the acting feels a little choppy, and the writing a little corny, but the heart of the movie wins. And I would say it's probably better than a vast majority of films made on a comparable budget. I'm excited to see what Fleising does in the future, and hopefully we'll be able to watch Hickey's upcoming film, which is a sci-fi movie titled Falsehood. On the funometer, I would rate this a 6 out of 10. It's kind of unfair because of the tragic nature of this movie, but there's a lot of really fun scenes, especially between Charlie and Val. And now we come to the final verdict, and I would give this one a watch. If you want to invest your time watching young filmmakers who are truly passionate and want to create interesting pieces of art exploring the struggles of human life, look no further than Ethan Hickey and Eric Fleising. Hopefully their careers will only go up from here. This has been Ben from Last Resort Network. Join us again next time for another random movie review.